A manager exhorts his team regarding a deficient area of production.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the Sunshine State at Marlins Park in Miami. We've got baseball on the 4th of July between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Taylor Clark, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Hard hit ball to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. And as you can see, he's seen that average climb the last week or so. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike called. Now the throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Steve Cook. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
All right, Matty, they show up for game 1 of this road trip. They have to find a way to play a little bit better baseball. Coming off a recent homestand where they were only able to squeak out 3 wins, but at the end of the day, the way this team's been playing, 3 wins is a significant positive. So let's see how game 1 of this road trip treats them.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. Hey, let's focus on Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. He plays one of the most reliable first basemen in the game. Makes the routine play. Not only that, he can pick and grin, saving his infielders some serious errors.
Leading off the inning, Steve Cook, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Line drive to center field. And the Marlins had their first hit of the game.
Hey, so far it's been easy pickings for this pitcher. He's gone through this lineup almost unscathed. But right there, leadoff single, middle part of the game. Let's see if he makes an adjustment before they do.
The batter, number 13.
Now a throw over, and the runner back. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Great arm action on that two-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Now a move over to first. Runner back safely. Cook gets his lead at first, nobody out. In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that two-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up free bases.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still even at 2-2. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Hot shot on the ground to short.
Stand up.
The throw will go to third. And they'll slap the tag on him here in the rundown between second and third. Here's Ender Inciarte. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. To short. Cook comes up. And there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance? Steve Cook. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Missed with a slider. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Popped him up. Freeman is camped under this one. And he's got it for out number 2.
Well, it's always been festive on Independence Day in the United States. But what makes the party even more fun is winning in front of your home crowd. Makes those fireworks even more enjoyable.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Marlins came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Javi Guerra claims the win out of the pen, his first. Junichi Tazawa hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Here now.
Afternoon baseball now from beautiful Marlins Park in Miami, Florida. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. Number 91 makes his big league debut right after this. Arlene Garcia gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Cook, originally from the state of Virginia, he was taken in the 26th round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted with a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Liner toward right center, and that gets down as he can't get there in time.
On the bag,
and the run will score as the Marlins have claimed the early 1-0 advantage. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
Batting fifth, catcher, Elvis Rodriguez.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And Daney will make the catch to retire the side. Marlins forced to settle for one. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Marlins 1 and the Braves nothing. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Steve Cook.
Steve Cook.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Hey, two tough pitches right there and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
The 0-2 home. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Flowers has it, and he makes the throw to first. Cook is retired, 2 down now. Digging in to try it again, Austin Riley. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. Drilled down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead. And he'll get in there safely.
He had 2 men on base, and he delivers a clutch 1-out double to bring one home and leave the other 90 feet away. That's what you want from everyone in your lineup, that clutch gene to deliver when it matters.
Striding in once again, Steve Cook. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Now batting, catcher, Elvis Rodriguez.
Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Ball 2. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Line towards center field. And that's in there, base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it a 7-2 game.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning, the next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah.
Digging in and looking for more, Steve Cook. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
No strike.
And he has a cut at that one, but misses 2-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Hard hit ball to second.
Come on.
On to first, and it's dropped. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance.
Wow, as we take another look, I have to wonder if the first baseman just kind of took it for granted. Next thing you know, he drops the ball, and the runner's safely aboard. He's not going to be happy with himself about that one.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's a look over to first, and a dive, but he's back in there. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
The right fielder, number 14, Hernan Perez.
Line toward right center. In there, a base hit.
All right, stay here.
And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2 is a sinker that misses for a ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Throw over to the bag. Runner back standing. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Cue shot here out towards short. One there. On to first. It's a double play. And another crisis is averted here as the inning is over. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local station.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. Atlanta took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Sean Newcomb wins his third of the season. Harleen Garcia struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
2 runs.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Atlanta Braves and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it comes your way next. Adam Conley gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Standing in, number 24. He will lead this one off today. Hard hit ball to short, and that's through for a hit. He's through first and hustling for second. Around second now and headed for third. And he's not stopping. He's trying for it all. Now the relay home. And he will score on the inside the park home run. And that was a gift right there.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Digging in, Adeiny Echeverria. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And the Braves have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Steve Cook. And his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-0 here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Number 24 is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And let's take a look at Ender Enciarte. The name of his game is speed, covers a ton of ground, great arm in the outfield, ability to play Gold Glove caliber.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Ozzie Albies. And he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the...
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field. And that is going to clear the wall. A home run. Ozzie Albies with a solo homer. 8th home run on the season for him. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Into the box now, Adeiny Echeverria. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time. And maybe if he gets to 2 strikes, try to use the fastball a little bit more than that straight changeup.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steve Cook comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And the Marlins had their first hit of the game.
Hey, so far it's been easy pickings for this pitcher. He's gone through this lineup almost unscathed, but right there, leadoff single, middle part of the game. Let's see if he makes an adjustment before they do.
Now batting, catcher, Elvis
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Brian Anderson is on deck. The 3-1. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Anderson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Cook over at second. Rodriguez at first with no outs. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded by Hechavarria. To second for 1. On to first, and it's dropped.
Wow, this manager must be pulling his hair out. Not only does he have to deal with this pitcher walking people, now he's got to deal with his defense tripping all over themselves.
Up next from Miami, Troy Tulowitzki. He flew out in his last at-bat. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error so far for the Marlins. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was 1 strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Tomas.
Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. To second for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Stepping in for the Braves, Carlos Perez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Cook looking up. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left. 3rd home run for him on the year as this lead swells to 7-0. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, Dero, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is like...
So the lineup flips over and digging in, number 24. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. Fly ball out toward left center field. Cook has a beat on it, and that's the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now. Steve Cook. He singled his last time up.
Steve Cook.
Tehran has his target. First pitch on the way. Grounded to short. Hechavarria has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Carlos Perez. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Here now the 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cook is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, number 24. He's 1 for 4 for the game. The 1-2. Is a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Ready once again, Steve Cook. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. One and 0 pitch on the way. And the changeup is way low that time. Castro, the runner at second with one away. Still no thought of a challenge here as they'll run it to 3-0 now. He's set. Here's the 3-0. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now. The 3-1 is swung on and missed. A full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though. Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
8-2 is how this one ends today. The Atlanta Braves jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Julio Teheran earns his 6th winning decision in this one as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Adam Conley permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.